let's talk about Christian Pulisic. I was speaking to a few of the other guys in other group chats about Christian Pulisic. Look, I know I'm going to get slaughtered now. Everyone's going to go after me because I've been slaughtered in the timeline in Twitter as well. Yes, I want him to be fit. Yes, this is preseason. Let him build up the fitness, keep being fit. I need to see more, man. Like, I do need some end product from you, my man. Christian Pulisic, you are one of our top forward players. You're one we rely on. You're an attacker for us. You have responsibility in this particular football club. You've come on. I knew you weren't going to start. The boys have said as well, Pulisic is probably not going to start. We're going to throw in, Taron and I, we threw in that maybe he starts ahead of Werner, but it was a 50-50 chance. Timo Werner started. That was the, clear-cut favorite. But Taron, I did not see much of him again. I've not seen enough of him in the preseason. He gets a brilliant opportunity in this particular match. Once again, he doesn't do justice. Does he start for you against Palace?
Nope, he doesn't. He doesn't start for me against Palace. And, it is a very, like I always say on the channel, it's a very sensitive topic in the fan base because the fact is we know how good he can be on his day. Honestly, he is one of the most electrifying wingers in the league. And that's why we expect so much of him. Today, again, that chance kind of summarizes this whole game. He picks up the ball in a tasty position that I think I could finish it. He got the ball, took a nice touch onto it. Johnathan, I promise you, I'll finish it. I'll take you in the game of 2 touch right now. Anyways, he could have scored that easily. That's what I'm trying to say. Even the offside chance where it was clearly offside, whether he knew it was offside, I want to see some confidence. At least put that into the back of the net. Show you're hungry, show you want to score. And he misses that one as well. And I'm not blaming even that he's playing on the right. I'm not going to blame that. It shouldn't make that much of a difference. You're a professional footballer. You're the captain of the United States national team. You should be able to play anywhere across that front line. Like you guys said, you need to be so versatile in Thomas Tuchel's system. Whatever he throws you, we have players coming in who are hungry to prove that they want to play. And, even youth players, Andrin would have taken that chance by the scruff of the neck and do everything on that pitch if he played today. And, Pulisic, I want to see him driving our players. I want to see him doing, nutmegging 3 players, taking people on, having a shot. But it's worrying. Even last season, I did not see that from him, anything close to that. And I'm trying to put my finger. Is it his fitness issues? Is that he's still kind of feeling injury from, the hamstring one in the FA Cup that was rushed back from? I'm not really sure what is right now that's causing this. Even on the left, you think that this inverted position is perfect for him. He's not too wide. He's right in the middle. He can drive straight to the middle of the defense, take people on. But it's almost like he's suffering from the system change. Like in Lampard's system, the main guy on our team was Pulisic. We'd pass to him. He'd drive at players. He'd create something. He'd have a shot. He'd pass. Remember the Crystal Palace game at Selhurst Park where he was absolutely superb under Lampard. But now he's not the main player in this team. And it kind of seems like he's struggling with trying to kind of balance his mantle along with these other key players right now. And it's just worrying. You need to see a team play. We're not individuals anymore. We're not Eden Hazard FC. We're not players. We're a unit. The reason we won the Champions League is because we're a unit. So Pulisic needs to embed into that unit, realize that, there's other players in his team that potentially even better than him, work as a team, create connections on the pitch, and he will get better. But it seems like he's not benefiting from not being the main player in the attack anymore. He's not the guy we pass to and hope for something. He's pressed very highly in this system. That the 3 centre-backs are always onto him. And I don't know what's my finger now. I would not start him against Palace. If Lukaku's fit, I'm putting Lukaku, Mount and Havertz if he's okay after the game today. And, even against a tied Villarreal defence, Pau Torres, he's played, in the Euros for Spain, he's played in the Olympics. I want him to come on, take on Pau Torres, exploit that kind of the sore leg, kind of what was it, fatigue. But it looked like Pau Torres was not at the Olympics. He wasn't at the Euros. He's been at home working out the whole summer. So no, I'm probably being harsh here, and there's probably people who are going to disagree with me, but I'm being honest. I'm saying I expect the world from Christian Pulisic. And right now, I'm seeing Mars.
I love this. Commentary from RJ and Johnathan. I want you to tackle this one. On this performance, Pulisic did not earn start against Palace. Too anonymous at times and lack cutting edge, particularly his speed of decision making. Honestly, RJ, it can't be any more eloquent than this, ladies and gentlemen. Example, slow release pass that was intercepted. What do you got to say, Johnathan?
I don't want to talk too negatively about Pulisic because I seem to drag on about him, and people are going to think I've got an agenda. But I'm just honest.
I
And
literally get insulted in social media. That means you got an
there's
agenda
a lot
against
of
Pulisic.
hard line Pulisic fan, Captain America fans, American fans, and people that there's a lot of big accounts that do a lot of propaganda on Pulisic. So it's nothing against him, but I keep hearing about he's saved us in certain games, he's done certain things, but all of these are in isolation. And I always go back to a comment I made a few weeks ago, and I know Matisse has made this one quite big as well. Praise in isolation. And, someone like Pulisic, Project Restart, the Real Madrid game, the Liverpool game, I've seen a lot of good things from Pulisic. But like when I say about Loftus-Cheek, I don't want to see good things in little spells. I want to see good things in long spells over a season, over a consistent period. He doesn't do it consistently enough, whether it's injuries, whether it's form, whether it's not looking quite right on the pitch. He doesn't take responsibility enough, and that is my issue tonight. I know he did create a few chances. I know he had a chance where he put it wide, but you've got to score that. That saves us the hassle of a penalty shootout. You've got to have more of a killer instinct. And as I said, I know he's done well in the Chelsea shirt. There's been some really good games from him, but you can count probably on two hands, and he's been here.
Trading is not for everyone, but if you are a trader, Plus 500 is the place for you.
Nearly 3 years. I know he's had his issues, but you've got to start taking games by the scruff of the neck. And look, Havertz may not have had a good game, got the assist. I've just got to see more from our big game players. And all I keep hearing about is how good Pulisic is. I know he's got talent. And a bit like Hudson-Odoi, who still, I know he's only a year younger than Hudson-Odoi. He hasn't had as much football as Pulisic has had in over the spells at Chelsea and Dortmund that Pulisic has had. He hasn't got the expectation, I don't think. But, Hudson-Odoi's probably got another one season to, show what he can do. And I'd say the same with Pulisic. And this isn't me digging him out. This isn't me criticising him to the extent that I don't fancy him as a player, because I do think he's a good player and he's got the quality. But do it over consistent periods. Show me in games where we need you to take the game and go, right, I'm taking
this was the need. This was the need. Today was the need.
And exactly. And look, RJ spot on, always very well spoken, as always, RJ. But yeah, I said this in pre-season. I mean, every single game, what have you seen from Pulisic that's gone, this guy's on the money, this guy needs to start the next game? We've seen it from Ziyech. We've gone, he needs to start. Havertz, we've gone, that killer ice goal against Arsenal. You go, right, he needs to start. That third kind of left wing role, I'd say, is the one up for grabs. Havertz may probably move there. Obviously, Ziyech is now injured. Lukaku's going to come in, so probably Mount as well. Again, who looked quite sharp today. You're running out of, I wouldn't say you're running out of chances, but you're running out of free hits for me.
Exactly. There is no free hits, Jonathan. He may get that one opportunity. I don't think he'll probably start against Palace. He may come off the bench. But he needs to take that advantage against Palace whenever he comes on. He just needs to, because you're not going to be handed opportunities in this football club. You really won't be. I know a lot of people will say, oh, but Miz, they deserve consistent run. You're not going to get consistent run. You're not going to get it. I'm sorry. Chelsea Football Club, you're not going to get it. The only player that I think
when you have them,
the only player that I think may get a consistent run is Lukaku, because we don't have a player like him up front.
Oh, and I think Havertz as well. I think he's going to persist with Havertz. Obviously, he's going to persist with like the Kante, probably Jorginho, them sort of guys, and obviously Silva.
Mount is probably the other one that may get
Mount
a lot of
as well. As I said, just we've got so many options, and Pulisic has got the dribbling ability. There was a time where he was running towards goal. He tried to do 3-4 players, and then it hit Alonso, who was standing offside. The option right then, you've taken it past a few players, wasn't to shoot. It's about decision making. I know he's young. I know hopefully it will come, but the option was to pass to Azpilicueta. I know he wasn't as wide as you want him to be. The option was to pass to Azpilicueta and get a ball in the box, because you had 3 players that would have then got onside. It's about looking up and going, what's the best option?
That's the thing. He doesn't look up.
So I want it to work. I hate having to sit here and kind of dig him out, but I want to see more. And if from a like same with Timo Werner, you can't say that I'm not consistent, because I dig out Werner for the things that he does wrong. So look, I back every player when they play. I want them to score. I want them to affect the game. But just difficult. I mean, look, there's obviously after you talk about the super chat, there's another super chat which is on Pulisic from another one from Baron in a second.
Do you know what? Let's bring that in because we'll get back. Actually, just quickly, live hard and die. Thank you so much for the super chat. Why do I always believe in Ziyech? He's so good. I always believe in Ziyech. I'll tell you exactly why I believe in Ziyech. And I've always said it. I'm going to be very, very consistent. And we'll then go back to that Pulisic super chat, which Jonathan can tackle. And then we'll talk about Kante with Taron. Ziyech has just got that X factor. That's it. Ziyech could go the whole game not looking like he's even interested, but that one pass, that one shot, that just one thing, and that will turn the game around. And that is Hakim Ziyech. And I've got a lot of time for players like that can turn a game like this. You know, they may be not in the game at all, but that one brilliant moment of magic. Pulisic has that, but the thing about Pulisic is decision making. That's what concerns me. He doesn't look up at times. But Jonathan, you want to tackle this super chat?
Yes, obviously. Thanks again for saying that. And look, I have been patient with Pulisic. I know he's had injuries. I know he needs to get a consistent one on the team. But like we've said, will he get it? I'm not sure. I know he will come good. I've seen a really good Pulisic. I've mentioned the games and the periods that he's done well, but he needs to be over a consistent period. Look, we've got so many different options. You have to look at a player's key attribute. The key attribute for Timo Werner is pace. Is he using it well enough at the moment? No. Havertz has, I think, you know, with his assist, with his movement, with the creativity, did it today. Ziyech obviously got his goal, put in some really nice balls. You look at Pulisic and his main attribute that we don't have in other members of the squad is his dribbling. Did he use that today to his real effect? Not enough for me. And that's the thing. We look at certain things from certain players. And if you don't, you know, use your skill set, it's going to be really hard to get into the team.
We've got some update about Ziyech, guys. Took on BT Sport about Ziyech's injury. If you take a player out during the first half, it is serious, unfortunately, because he's a decisive player in this last game. Look, I don't know. I'm hoping, you know, that
we'll hear in the next few days, I think, because of they're going to have to do a scan. They're going to see whether they need to pop it back into place. But just on Pulisic, there's a good comment from Dylan Young, and I was just thinking about this with maybe Lukaku, who's not a target man, but he can play with someone else, someone like Werner, maybe Pulisic. I get this comment, you know, about Giroud and Pulisic, but is he going to have the chance? Because, you know, we've got, you know, Timo Werner as well. We've got all these other options, and we've got Mason Mount, Havertz, etc. So I'd love to see him with Lukaku, get a nice 2-3 game spell, see what happens. But yeah, I'm waiting for things to happen.
100.